Griggs, thanks for joining us. So, Hurricane Zeta is on its way out here, luckily. It is kind of a strange time for a hurricane. We're going into, yeah, it's a strange time for it. So, yeah, I guess they don't like what's going on. So, it is a Zeta Gray hurricane that's doing all of this. So, I believe the Zetas play, at least not the unfriendly ones, which is a lot of them. I believe the Zetas play a big role in everything. Actually, I know people put all of it into reptilians, but the Zetas are, instrumental in our reality too. So, and then the darker ones gave us that hurricane that's on its way, or it's going to hit Louisiana and Texas, I believe. So it's just an unusual time for a hurricane. And the name of it, I don't think we're in the Z's yet. We haven't had that many storms, but apparently we have. So I think it's a tropical storm. It's going to be a hurricane. It's going to be a hurricane before it hits the United States. So it's we got a week to the election. So what the hell, right? So yeah. So I'm going to do another Zeta connection. Not the easiest ones to connect with, but yeah, I believe people that go through blockages. I just say all the blockages are due to Zetas, but I believe Zeta plays a big role in it. And there are also Zetas that do tell reptilians what to do. Also, you think you can hear mind control of a reptilian or doing a great deal. Reptilians are, I don't know, it'd be nice if they start showing themselves so we can get on with the show, but obviously not. I guess it's easier for them not to show themselves, but hopefully the cloaking device is no longer working and we can get on with our lives and no longer the secrecy. So, not that life's going to get any easier with them, but the way the state of the world is today, it does seem like we're going into an alien reality from what it looks like. So, yeah, so be careful what you wish for. I mean, I don't have any guarantees, but it just feels like timeline. Not that we haven't been one before, but more of one that comes more into our environment. And then we have a whole nother thing we have to deal with. So it's not going to be all roses as some might think. I don't think so. Now, there would be a positive side of it. There's going to be a pain in the ass side of it too. So I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. Well, now when I talk about that, when I say that, I get the energy of like you see a lot of animals are being dying out due to human involvement. And I guess the replacement will be an alien one day, which would be quite fascinating. So, yeah, the extinction of some of the animals that are here. So it's like, okay, this is election week. Everything's shut down. Timelines are shut down. Oh, yeah, I want to go into this real quick. I think I mentioned this here and there, but, what the hell more? I can't remember. Yeah, I've experienced timelines where Biden wins, Trump wins, Biden wins, Trump wins. It's bizarre. I've never felt anything like that before, where they're just beating the crap out of each other. I also had a funny one where I saw like Trump wins and it ends up being Hillary Clinton. Now, that's a parallel reality that might scare the hell out of people. Yeah, just like takes off the mask and it's Hillary Clinton the whole time. Something. Yeah, so be careful what you wish for once again. But yeah, I've been feeling a tug of war of timelines. When Trump got COVID, it made it more clear who was going to win. But it's like, geez, it's like so much infighting. I didn't feel like that. I've never felt anything like that before. So it doesn't matter. So, but I do feel that we are going into some kind of. Of course, I've said this before. You can see what I've delivered as nothing. Not that I'm the only one on that kick, but it feels like we're going more in an alien timeline. Doesn't mean that ships are going to fly, but you never know right now. We're on an unknown time frame right now, so I think even Retro said something about next year or maybe 2 years. So yeah, feel like there's gonna be a breakdown somehow, some way into more of an alien environment. Um, just we're graduating into it, so um, that's about it. We're going to. I remember everything. Yeah, Annunaki, go back into them. The Dune energy. I'm still exploring Dune, so it's gonna be a little bit more time for that. And 2021 shift and 2021 shift is the alien shift that I'm feeling. So we'll just have to wait and see. Who knows? I mean, before this year, in 2019, around this time, I was getting hit. I was derailed for at least 3 months into the new year, most of the new year. And I know by who and everything. So yeah, done on purpose, obviously. So okay, yeah, timing's everything. All right, ZymeTour.com. Our private sessions, we want our channel, Google Hangout, Zoom, and chatting by phone. We have a shop here. I'm on the 16th. Same situation here. We have sign up for the webinars, social network, Rabbit, behind the scenes, and dating site. And oops, wrong place. I just want to put this on the screen for prosperity. So tracking Zeta. Yeah, tropical storm Zeta. I would go to one of the news sites, but they have like 200 all these different ads on it. So it's like, no thanks. So yeah, it's going to smack right into New Orleans as a Hurricane 1. Lovely. So yeah, that's what they're tracking. So right in New Orleans, just smack right into it. Jeez. So hit a little bit on the, I don't know what is that in Mexico, but still very bizarre. Okay. All right, we're going to Zeta Connections. I want to go further into the Zetas. Actually, I know I get attacks and stuff like that for them, but they're just blocking so much. But this might have to be just a general message from them because they're just blocking everything. So, and we're going to Annunaki. I believe we're going to lead it out with Annunaki. So, give them some air. It's been a while. Got to give them a break for a while. So, all right, blessings. Here we go. Greetings. We are the Zetas. Greetings. We are the Council of Nine. Greetings. As you know, yes, many of those that are of a low vibration on your planet keep third dimension as its current status. That's why you do not have your aliens. Of course, you can technically have them. They'll cause more negativity, most likely. More than neutral. So you do feel our energies around you. You just don't see us. We do affect the air, the water, everything as you do, but we're just not seen. Now, most of us cloak our vibrations, so we're not so affected, but some do affect it. Some aliens affect it greatly. It depends on what's going on with them, what they're feeling. Some can cause a tropical storm. Some are getting their way, so they cause a tropical storm. So they're a little bit furious that their timelines that they built, that they worked on for such a long time, is no longer relevant in your reality. That doesn't mean they're going to start exposing themselves, but their old tactics are not working anymore as they used to. Now, once again, it doesn't mean they're going to appear for you, but, well, yes, you are going into a more disclosure reality, yes. As many of you go into awakening energies and you accept more of who you are, more of it can become part of your reality of the higher dimensions. Or just fourth dimension, that's not always exactly the highest. As some of you notice, the fourth dimension is not too much different than yours. And technically it's not. I mean, yes, you have technologies from the higher dimensions. We've learned a great deal, and yes, we can shift even zetas and even reptilians as we can go into the fifth dimension to get information. We can hijack a dimension too, meaning we can manipulate the vibrations to enter into the reality. Now, your world shut down to third dimension to, you can call it a hijacking, but also you can say it wanted to be brought down. Well, obviously not everyone's going to agree with that. But yes, your false history of your planet, yes, is very true. As you know, a major false history, which is alien. There's much alien involvement there. Of course, human involvement too. Our energies, of course, are synchronized with the human vibration, meaning a zeta gray and a Palladian and any other being, we can synchronize with the human vibration, so we can feel exactly what you're going through instantly. We don't have to be next to you. We can be on a ship. We can be far away, actually. Well, not too far, but in your Earth's atmosphere makes it easier. And we can scan the energies of your world to know exactly what you can go through. We have scenarios of disclosure also that some of you are experiencing in your astral. So, of course, what's going on in your astral for disclosure has been going on for some time. Yes, there's libraries of astral that have been hijacked, meaning dreams can be hijacked too, meaning that dreams can be, you're going to get a version of it, but not the full version of it, as many of you experienced. I mean, Men in Black, as you know, remove memories, but they can also replace it with a fake one, and that's what they do all the time, even in the dream state. But it doesn't mean they're totally off on what's going on, but sometimes they have to put in something totally effort. Meaning if it's difficult for them to remove a memory, they replace it with something else in your dream state that has nothing to do with it. It all depends. Sometimes it has to have the same type of vibration, and some of you can still break through it. I mean, they can wipe your memory all they want. It isn't always successful. As some of you have had dealings with it, this isn't always the most positive. So, yes, of course, you're in an election week where your energies are shifting to a new timeline, and many are wishing to derail it. And unlikely to be successful. But yes, you're going to test the fears of your society. But the fears of your society, we feel like we're going to start to upgrade, meaning that once you've seen the old rerun of the old energies, notice how humans are still following the old trends. It's called tradition. From your grandparents to your parents to modern traditional brainwashing. As many of you have disconnected from that, but most of society chose not to. I just realized connecting to a higher dimensional being, an alien being for that matter, is too terrifying for many. But many of you are making it easier for them to connect with. So in your awakening state, you are making it easier for humanity to understand what's coming. Of course, when aliens do appear, you're going to see as, of course, they're here. We've been doing them forever, and about time the world gets to see it. So, yes, many of you are taking on the burdens of society too. To go into more examples, some of you are not living the life you would like to, but others are. But they're disconnected from alien knowledge altogether. So it's like you're kind of sacrificing yourself for others for this world. It's like you know what's going on, you're ready for, but the rest of the world is not. So you come here to bring in this new age, but to not have all the privileges as others do, relationship, the nice job, the nice lifestyle, and all that. Some of you are just like, what am I doing here again? So you're kind of sacrificing yourself for others. A service to a major service to others. Yeah, they're not living the life of comfort, living hardships, as many of you know. Well, many is not always many, but either way, it's a message to those that know who we are speaking to. So yeah, if you're not living the normal lifestyle, you are definitely a alien ground crew. That's yes, not part of the conventional lifestyles. Everything's gone wrong for your whole life, and it's just nothing ever seems to work. But the grand plan is for the awakening on the planet. So just continue to do. Yes, it's a waiting period, but also allows soul growth. And some of you grow so much that your energies do get closed down, but we believe it will start to open up in the coming year. I don't want to say years. But you're bringing in a new tradition of energy. But yes, you're also bringing a new galactic energy that has not been connected to. Also, that not everybody's going to see. Everybody's connected to so many different alien energies. Not one person can see everything. You're all so diverse. You all have your own way of looking at the universe. And that's when you're going to start to see that more clearly. And some of you already are. Yeah, it's not always going to blend in with everyone. Because it's hard to have, yes, all the knowledge here is just too much. You have dictionaries, and it's just too much, always in the third dimensional form. Now, alien knowledge would become eventually modern knowledge, yes. And your ancient histories become more clear once your alien energies begin to connect with your planet, but also now you can connect to it. As you're like in some ways like the Christopher Columbus age in some regard, but more of a galactic form of it without just all the hysteria. We are making it easier. Basically, books, videos, knowledge you're bringing for your modern human that does not understand all of this, but eventually they will. And their future selves will understand it better than their modern selves, as many of you know. You're paving the way for the future Earth, as many of you know. That's nice. Greetings to you. I am Inky with Annunaki. Greetings. Your Zeta is, yes, not everyone gets, well, many have difficulties with Zetas because they hold back information. But that's kind of their purpose in life. Yes, they hide realities, dimensions. They're also very good at moving energy around, knowledge around the planet. But yes, they're keeping a lot shut down, but you are releasing those energies where other versions of Earth can be seen more clear. The flat Earth is being seen very clear, and much more is coming. Yes, the subject of Dune, the novel series, is, you can say the planet Dune is one of many worlds that have knowledge, a sacred information that are not always easy to reach, but also not to connect with, but also many Anunnakis made those worlds difficult to visit. So they made some ancient Anunnakis made worlds where it was very difficult for the younger generations to get to, because I figured the younger generations didn't know what they were doing. Does that sound familiar? And sometimes the older generations can ruin everything, and that is exactly what your Dune movie is all about. Those are in charge doesn't always know what they're doing, which is connected to your modern planet. Yes, you're executing a new vibration, of course. That's getting you closer more to your ancient selves. You make the reality as you wish. So, whatever timeline, many of you are going more galactic, so your history books just fade out. Yes, you might connect more to the Incas and the Mayans. There's more clear energy to you, or the Babylonians, and allow that modern history to come back. Let those energies, let it speak to you. Let the Babylonians speak to you. Let Jesus speak to you. And many have. There's different Jesuses too. There's many different Jesuses that have been connected to in the past. And they're so you connect to one that works for you, of course. a timeline that synchronizes with your growth. As you heal with those energies, of course. Babylon was a place of healing, but it was also a place of war. It was Babylon received, you can say, almost too much information of your galactics and had to be shut down, as much of it was, as much it was forgotten. Now, that wasn't always the intention, but many beings that serves to solve. Humanity made the choice to warn more, and so it did by forgetting everything. As you know, the less technology and knowledge of your star people, as the spirit world is erased from your existence. The spirit world, of course, brought many of you here. You might not always agree with the spirit world, because many of them made mistakes on your planet. And that's true. Some of them are your spirit guides right now. Some of those have caused so much havoc on your planet. And some of them you call your guides. Well, because they can do everything wrong, but they can do right. And they can do a right where they did wrong on their world. So some of you might tap into that vibration. It gets a little more complicated than just positivity and negativity and so on. As many of you know, the spirit world almost practically split itself in half, meaning it kind of lost control of itself because of your world. It pushed itself to its edge. Unlike other planets, of course, there's other worlds that have done similar, but nothing like this. But of course, there's others that have been worse, but we're concentrating on your planet. Well, there are some worlds where they just decimated the entire spirit world altogether, and yours is pretty much close to that. Where you didn't have a spirit world at all. You have a spirit world, but it's not a very positive one. And yours is similar to that, as you can see. We have a lot of warriors in your spirit world. And many of you might see yourself as warriors, maybe not a type of carrying a weapon, but you're a different type all around. And that's what you're experiencing. So seeing the spirit world is part of your growth, understanding it, going deeper into its vibration. And your Babylonians will become more clear. Your New York City, as that's been splitting apart. New York City, yes, your major cities, when they go through these type of changes, you know the rest of your world is going to never be the same. When you mess with the major capitals of your countries, such as New York City, which is pretty much a capital. It's an economic capital, but it's pretty much a capital. What is it called? Your San Francisco is a small capital, but New York City is basically the capital of the United States, basically, or even North America for that matter. So with it being that, going through its changes shows what happens there happens around the rest of the world. So obviously it's not making itself too clear, but it's being cleared out for new vibrations to occur. So Babylon is going through, just like ancient Babylon, went through its own transition. And even Babylon was cleared out at one time. Not exactly like yours, no. But it has been a ghost town in its past. So what you are doing here is understanding the now, as the now isn't being clear. You are bringing downloads from your astral self. Yes, you realize many are going through a lot of blockages. Imagine after Tuesday, or even before that, much of the blockages are going to start to release. As it's time to know where your future holds. And yes, that is an alien and galactic connection, but it goes much more than that. It gets more into where the human comes from. Your planet. As more downloads become part of your lives, some of you might feel like you're out of energy, or some might feel like you have more energy. But just basically alien downloads are going to become more apparent. And when you get those downloads, you'll see your alien friends. Yes, in your third eye, but it'll become more clear of the timeline of the alien generation that's coming through. So, this is not necessarily connected to your Mayan calendar. Mayan calendar, this is a different calendar. This is the now calendar. This is the calendar that you're creating at this time, the contract you're creating now. So the past, it matters, but as for timelines of where things are going, are being reinvented as you speak. That's why the future is not so clear. You're making renewal energies. That's why many of you are here. To end the old timelines, end the old traditions, and bring in the new. And the new isn't easy, as you can see. Your next year is going to definitely prove that. There's a lot of challenges, of course, challenges that the mind cannot conceive at this time. It's not necessary. But many of you can feel a new age growing through you. Yeah, you feel it through yourself. Feel the safety of it, but also there's nothing to worry. Yes, it's difficult, but there's also redemption. Redemption of the past, the lies have been told from your galactics and your spirits. Spirits have been very difficult. A lot of positive spirit guides, yes, have gone dark. I mean, demonic, yes, very dark. Like, yes. That's what this world is. Everyone has their own version of looking at things, but the wars of this planet was to take a soul of pure light and to turn it dark, as you've seen in your past. Or some of you have felt you've gone through it yourself. Feel like some of you are trying to be turned into the dark side yourself. And that's one of the themes of your planet that are here to heal. Very difficult one, as you can see. So trying to take over you with everything they got. You just don't lose yourself. That's the main message. Take a break, take it easy, yes, but don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself in the madness, as many have. With hysteria, with violence, it cures nothing. Yes, we realize something to get violence out of them, but at the end of the day, it does not really solve anything. But some, that's the way they express. We understand that, especially what they're going through. So when you're disconnected from spirit, violence is an easy one to trigger, but you're here to heal that, as you know. Let's just see.